Hello everyone, I'm Francesca. Welcome back to my channel. I missed you guys. Sorry that I wasn't here for a few weeks. We are back in action and we are making these delicious vegan pizza rolls that are so freaking good. They're fluffy, they're soft, they are phenomenal. You're gonna absolutely love them. The full rundown recipe is on my blog. There's a link in the description box down below for that, as well as all the ingredients written out as well. There's also links to my cookbook, podcast, sign up for my newsletter, links for things that I think you might need for this recipe. Everything's in the description box, so check it out. If you like my videos, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. All that good stuff helps the channel out, helps us to grow and spread more vegan recipes. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here, and let's go make these vegan pizza rolls. We're gonna start off by making our dough. So I'm adding in 3 cups of all-purpose flour and then half a teaspoon of salt and 1 tablespoon of organic sugar into a nice big bowl. Use a spatula, mix that around. I'm using instant fast-acting yeast. You just have to add it into the flour mixture. If you're using active dry yeast that you have to proof, just go ahead and proof it according to package directions. And I'm just going to mix that around. Then I'm making a little well in the middle, and we are going to add in 2 tablespoons of melted vegan butter, and we're going to add in about 3/4 cup and 1 tablespoon of non-dairy milk. If you need to proof your yeast, then you can add the non-dairy milk to the yeast to proofing. So then just take your spatula and mix it around until it forms a nice shaggy dough, and then we're just going to knead with clean hands. You can also, of course, do all this in a stand mixer, but if you've been here for a little while, you know I love to make my dough by hand. Knead this for about 5 minutes until it turns into a nice smooth ball like this. Then I'm just going to add a little bit of oil into my bowl, maybe like a teaspoon, and we're going to coat the dough in that so that way it doesn't like get any cracks as it proofs, and just coat the ball. I'm going to cover it with a dish towel, a clean dish towel, and set it aside for an hour to rise. Once it is done, it'll have risen up and be much puffier and fluffier. So now we're going to roll this out. I'm going to just add a little bit of flour for dusting. You may or may not need this depending on if your dough is feeling very sticky or not. Take a rolling pin and we're going to roll it into a nice long rectangle, and you want to roll it out so that the dough is still about 1/4 inch thick. And I rolled my rectangle out to be about like 16 inches long and 9.5 inches wide, but really you can roll it to whatever size you like, but just more so you want that dough to be thick in the end. I'll show you, and you can also use your hands to stretch it out into the rectangle shape too. So once it looks something like this, and you can see it's still pretty thick, that's when we're good to go. I'm going to add about 2 to 3 tablespoons of tomato sauce. Not very much, actually. I like to not add too much in there because it can become too wet and too hard to roll it up. So spread that across. Then we're going to add on about 1 cup of vegan cheese. Just throw it on there. I like to use my hands to press the cheese into the dough so that way when I roll it, it really sticks into the dough better. And now comes the fun part. We just have to start rolling this up, and you could roll it pretty tight. I like to roll them tighter so it stays better. And that's it. And once it looks like this and we have everything rolled up and pressed together, we are going to cut them. So I'm just spraying my baking dish with some cooking spray so that way they don't stick. And I'm going to make 12 rolls from this. So I'm cutting it first in half, and then we'll cut each half into 6 pieces. We're going to place them into the baking dish. Use a sharp knife and try your best not to squish them so they maintain their nice shape. I have seen people say that you can use dental floss. I don't know, I've never tried that trick, but apparently unflavored dental floss helps to cut it. So I'm going to put them all in there, and then we're going to cover these again with a dish towel, let them rise for about half hour. You can see they're much puffier now. They're kind of almost touching each other, and this is exactly what we want. They're going into the oven at 425 for about 25 minutes, and they're all golden and crispy and beautiful. They look so good. I love their little swirls. They're like savory cinnamon rolls. And I just decided to brush them with a little bit of oil just to give them a little bit of shine and pop. I mean, it was literally like a teaspoon of oil. And then now we can let them cool for about 5 minutes and then just pull them out, and look how good this looks. Oh my goodness, this was like, oh, I'm adding some vegan Parmesan cheese on top, microgreens, add a little green, and serve it with some additional tomato sauce for dipping. And these pizza rolls are so fluffy, so delicious. They are incredible. You're going to absolutely love them. And I couldn't stop staring at how beautiful they were. Their little swirls, they are so good. And of course we have to get an inside action shot breaking it open. So I broke it open, and just wait till you see the inside. Look at that. Oh, looks so good. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. Like I said earlier, full rundown recipes on my blog. Check the link in the description box. Bye guys.